Sobrevivir in Auschwitz, originally titled Si Esto es un Hombre by Primo Levi, is one of the most striking and important testimonies about life in a Nazi concentration camp. Published in 1947, this book is a vivid and detailed account of the 11 months Levi spent in Auschwitz after being arrested as a member of the Italian anti-fascist resistance. More than a mere narration of events, Sobrevivir in Auschwitz is a profound exploration of dehumanization, brutality, and resilience amidst one of the darkest chapters of history. With his scientific mind and literary talent, Levi combines meticulous observation with philosophical reflections to recount his experience, offering a unique perspective on the human condition. The book is not only a testimony of survival, but also an ethical and existential inquiry into what it means to be human under extreme circumstances. Historical context. To understand Levi's work, it is essential to place it within the historical context of World War II and the Holocaust. Auschwitz, established by the Nazi regime in 1940, quickly evolved from a labor camp to one of the most infamous extermination camps. By the time Levi arrived in February 1944, Auschwitz had become a complex of subcamps where millions of Jews, Poles, Roma, Soviet prisoners of war, and others were murdered. Levi, an Italian Jew, was deported after being captured by the fascist militia. His journey to Auschwitz and the events that occurred there reflect the systematic brutality that characterized the Holocaust. Themes in Sobrevivir in Auschwitz. 1. Dehumanization and loss of identity. One of the most prominent themes in the book is the systematic dehumanization of the prisoners. Upon arrival, Levi and the other detainees are stripped of their belongings, clothes, and even their names. Instead, they are assigned a number tattooed on their arm. Levi becomes 174517, a number that symbolizes the elimination of individuality and humanity. Levi describes how the camp's rules were designed to reduce people to mere tools of labor. Starvation, violence, and humiliation were tactics used to strip prisoners of their dignity. Moreover, the hierarchical structure of the camp, which included privileged prisoners like the capos and supervisors, worsened this dehumanization by pitting the victims against each other. 2. Survival and adaptation. Surviving Auschwitz was not just a matter of physical endurance, but also of mental and emotional strength. Levi writes about the strategies prisoners used to survive, whether by securing extra food, forming alliances, or conserving energy during forced labor. A key character in Levi's survival is Lorenzo, an Italian civilian worker who provides him with food and extra clothing. Lorenzo's generosity reminds Levi that there is still humanity outside the camp, reinforcing his determination to survive. 3. Memory and testimony. Levi's book is not only a personal account of suffering, but also a testimony about the importance of memory and truth. Levi writes with the explicit purpose of bearing witness to the horrors of Auschwitz, ensuring that the world does not forget what happened. His narrative voice, balanced and rational, reflects his background as a chemist. This objective tone allows him to document the events accurately while reflecting on their moral and philosophical meaning. 4. The struggle to retain humanity. Despite the dehumanizing conditions of the camp, Levi repeatedly emphasizes the resilience of the human spirit. He recalls moments of solidarity among prisoners and their attempts to maintain a cultural and intellectual life, even in minimal ways. For instance, Levi recounts how he recited Dante's Divine Comedy to a fellow prisoner during a workday. This act, though seemingly insignificant, becomes a powerful affirmation of their humanity and cultural heritage. Structure and style. Sobrevivir in Auschwitz stands out for its clear and direct prose. Levi's writing is analytical, yet profoundly human, combining objective observations with emotional and philosophical introspection. The book is structured in episodic chapters, each focusing on a specific aspect of life in the camp, such as the arrival process, labor assignments, and interactions with other prisoners. Levi's scientific training as a chemist is evident in his attention to detail. He precisely describes the physical and psychological conditions of the camp, from the miserable rations to the exhausting labor. This meticulousness enhances the credibility of his account and underscores the systematic nature of the atrocities he suffered. Here's the copied text. Reflexiones morales y filosóficas. Uno de los aspectos más destacados de Sobrevivir en Auschwitz es la exploración filosófica que Levi hace de la condición humana. Examina cómo responden las personas ante circunstancias extremas y qué ocurre cuando colapsan las estructuras de la moralidad y la civilización. Levi introduce el concepto de la zona gris, una ambigüedad moral que desafía las nociones simplistas de bien y mal. En Auschwitz, los prisioneros a menudo se veían obligados a tomar decisiones imposibles, como colaborar con sus opresores para sobrevivir. Levi no condena a quienes participaron en estos actos moralmente ambiguos, sino que busca comprender la complejidad de su comportamiento. Otro tema recurrente es el papel del azar en la supervivencia. Levi reconoce que su supervivencia se debió en parte a factores aleatorios, como su asignación a un trabajo relativamente menos extenuante en el laboratorio del campo. Esta admisión de la suerte desafía las narrativas que atribuyen la supervivencia únicamente a la fortaleza o la astucia. Legado e impacto. Sobrevivir en Auschwitz se ha convertido en una obra fundamental de la literatura sobre el Holocausto, elogiada por su honestidad, profundidad y mérito literario. Ha sido traducida a numerosos idiomas y continúa siendo estudiada en escuelas y universidades de todo el mundo. El libro también sirve como advertencia contra los peligros del totalitarismo, el racismo y la deshumanización. La insistencia de Levi en la necesidad de recordar el Holocausto resuena hoy en día, mientras las sociedades se enfrentan preguntas sobre justicia, memoria y reconciliación. Sobrevivir en Auschwitz de Primo Levi es mucho más que una memoria. Es una exploración profunda de la naturaleza humana bajo las condiciones más extremas. A través de su prosa clara y reflexiva, Levi ilumina los horrores del Holocausto al tiempo que afirma la resistencia y dignidad del espíritu humano. Al documentar sus experiencias, Levi asegura que las atrocidades de Auschwitz no sean olvidadas ni repetidas. Su obra desafía a los lectores a confrontar verdades incómodas sobre la historia y la humanidad, convirtiéndola en una obra imprescindible y eterna.